Lesson 1 is based on chapter 1 of the book, and it's one of the things that I say, I know you're going to want to skip, but don't. This is all about the exploration of knit and purl, and we work through a whole bunch of different sections. One of the things I thought was interesting is how many people were surprised at how much tighter their gauge was in garter all knit versus garter all purl, which is very true. So I am going to skip ahead and I'm going to work some of the exercise that has to do with different knitting methods. So I'm on the wrong side row, and the first thing I'm going to do is purl western, and that has nothing to do with the hand that I hold my yarn. It means the stitch is mounted with the leading leg in the front. I put my needle in the hole, and the yarn wraps over to under. Now, that is no different than if I'm doing continental. The yarn wraps over to under. Doesn't matter which hand I hold my yarn in. I'm wrapping over to under. So let's see what happens on the knit. Since the direction I wrapped my yarn was western for the purl, over to under, notice the leading leg remains in front. So I continue with the western knit. That means I put the needle in the hole. But for the knit, it wraps under to over, meaning the first contact with the needle is under, or you're throwing. The important thing when you're watching a video is where does the needle go and the direction the yarn wraps. Don't worry yourself too much about what hand the yarn is held in. Next up in the workbook, I'm going to work a transition row. So I am going to always, in order to not twist my stitches, put the needle in the hole, but this time I'm wrapping the purl under. So that is an eastern direction of wrapping the yarn, under to over. You can either wrap it or simply, if you're a continental knitter, place the yarn under and push. But we are working this transition row so that our stitches sit eastern and we can work a little eastern knitting. The direction I wrapped my yarn affects my future. So notice I wrapped the yarn eastern, that went under to over for the purl, which means now it's sitting eastern. So now I'm going to work a little eastern knitting.